Sorry, Mr. Spider. Hey, it's Tango Oscar Mike, and believe it or not, I'm out to do a POTA. After my little vacation, today was my first day back to work, and I felt like getting out. My wife got home a little early. I had dinner ready, and then I decided to come out and do a little hike. I think she probably would have liked to have come with me, but because I'm going to be sitting out here and not really hiking, I'm doing a really short hike. I think it's, I don't know, a mile and a half out. I'm just going to hike out to the pine forest, one of my favorite places to go, and I'm just going to hike out there and do a POTA real quick. I got the 705 in my pack. No external battery, so I'm only going to be running 5 watts. But I want to give it a shot and see how we do. I want to try to use as little gear as possible. And because the 705 is a heavier radio, which I really don't care, really don't feel it. It's not that much heavier. Considering that when I take other radios, I'm taking more gear. Like my TX500, I think I mentioned, if I take that, I have to take a battery pack. And if I take the battery pack, my 3 amp hour battery pack, it's as much, it adds up to almost as much as the 705. Plus the speaker mic's heavier, a little bit of everything, so it kind of balances out. Ugh. Nobody's been on a trail, so there's spider webs everywhere. I keep walking through spider webs, so I'm going to hold the camera out in front of me. Knock down some of the spider webs before I hit it. But yeah, I got my mast. I was going to bring the throat line, but I grabbed the mast. So I'll just put my end fed up on the mast, stretch it out as like a sloper, and that'll be good. But I realized on my way here that I left my smaller medical kit in my camelback that we use for hiking. So I grabbed my big medical kit out of the truck. So it's loaded. I got plenty of stuff in there, that's for sure. It looks like there was a big horse ride here because there's lots of fresh prints in the mud. And the trails have been trimmed a little bit, so I'm assuming the riders did that. That's my guess. This is to be expected. It's that time of year where everything's grown in. Oh, frickin' spider webs. And the bugs have already found me, man. I had a big horsefly literally like bouncing off me trying to find a place to land or something, but let's keep moving. Hey, Tech Prepper, I don't know what's worse, the heat of Arizona or the bugs and overgrowth of Pennsylvania. Wow, you can tell nobody comes on these trails very often. That's the trail, and where it's worn down, the grass has grown and filled the trail in. So people don't come out here. And I'd say, you know, this would be a great hunting place, but I never see deer out here. I mean, practically never. I think where I want to go is over here, though. You know, I never see a lot of animals out here. Meanwhile, today we had 3 doe and 2 fawn in our backyard. And yesterday my wife yelled, told me to go look. And we had 3 bucks in the backyard, and they were all together. You know, it's not rutting season yet, so they're still hanging out together. And there literally were 3, most of them were 8 points. The one might have been a 10. They were huge. They were definitely shooters. But yeah, just amazing. This is my antenna I made. It's just a 49:1. I can't remember the size of the toroid. This is a wire insulator from DX Engineering, and I just basically shrink wrap the BNC to it nice and tight, and it's actually a nice little package. So I am going to stretch this out. Sorry I didn't see the camera fall. I'm just going to tie it to this tree here. That's pretty high. They don't want it falling down. And actually, this will be easy to do here. So that's tight. I'm just going to kind of wrap it around here. And I can take that down in a heartbeat. So let's go this way. This looks like a mess, but it's actually pretty easy to put together. As you can see, there's the frame. This is the Helionox ground chair. It sits lower than other chairs. So it's a little harder to get in and out of. You kind of have to like squat down and go into it. But because the way the bottom's designed, it doesn't sink into the ground. So I'm just going to sit up right here on the trail. Obviously nobody uses it, so. The Manfrotto Pixel Mini tripod. I really like it. Just going to keep the radio off the ground. November 3 Whiskey Sierra, park to park, park to park.
November 3 Whiskey Sierra, park to park. Got you a 5555 here into Kilo 1549er. QSL?
QSL, I have you 5353 into park K1360, running QRP 5 watts.
Wow, Kilo 1360 QSL?
Roger, roger.
And I'm sorry, the signal report, you said 53?
5353, roger, roger.
Dude, you're doing great for 5 watts. I just couldn't do it. I had to add the little extra with the 10. So, sounding great though, 73.
73, take care.
Oh, that's awesome. QRZ, November 8, Victor Oscar X-ray, calling CQ POTA, standing by.
That's pretty cool. I love having the clock on the radio that's right there where I can see. That's great. Park to park, park to park, November 3, Whiskey Sierra. Park to park, November 3, Whiskey Sierra. November 3, Whiskey Sierra, park to park. I have you about a 5151 into park K1360. QSL on the 55, thanks for the activation in the park to park. November 3, Whiskey Sierra. November 3, Whiskey Sugar.
Okay, November 3, Whiskey Sugar. November 3, Whiskey Sugar.
Roger,
Roger?
roger.
Thank you very much. November 3, thank you for the
Thank you, 73. CQ, November 3, Whiskey Sierra. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? November 3, Whiskey Sierra. Is this frequency in use? Is this frequency in use? November 3, Whiskey Sierra. Is this frequency in use? November 3, Whiskey Sierra. CQ Parks on the Air, CQ Parks on the Air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQ for Parks on the Air. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Park to Park, Kilo 4, Mike India Zulu.
Kilo 4, Mike India Zulu. Was that Kilo 4, Mike India Zulu?
QSL, I have you about a 4-3 into Park, Kilo 0024. That is Kilo 0024.
Copy the 0024 and the, what was my report again? 4-3.
Report approximately 4-3.
Got the 4-3. You're about a 5-3 into Park K1360.
QSL 1360.
Thanks for the Park to Park, 73.
73, thank you. Kilo 5 Alpha Radio Echo.
Kilo 5 Alpha Radio Echo got you 5555 into Park K1360.
Roger that, you're 55 as well, North Mississippi.
Thank you for the contact. Have a great day.
Thank you, sir.
POTA.
Kilo Delta 2 Yankee Alpha Echo.
Kilo Delta 2 Yankee Alpha Echo got you 55 as well into Park K1360. Thank you for November Yankee. Have a great day. 73. CQ Parks on the Air. CQ Parks on the Air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQ for Parks on the Air. Last call on 20 before I move to 40. Last call on 20. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Alpha Delta 2 Charlie.
Alpha Delta 2 Charlie Delta got you 5757 into Park K1360.
Roger, you're 57 New Jersey, QSL.
Thank you for the 57 into New Jersey. Have a great day. 73.
Thank you, 73. Whiskey 4 X-ray Yankee Tango.
Whiskey 4 X-ray Yankee Tango 5656 into Park K1360. Thank you for North Carolina. I hope you have a great day. 73.
73, good evening.
CQ POTA from November 3, Whiskey Sierra, calling CQ POTA.
November Victor 4 Hotel.
November Victor 4 Hotel got you 5858 into Park K1360. Thank you for the 57 in Kentucky. Have a great evening. 73.
73, good luck. November 3, Romeo Charlie Whiskey.
November 3, Romeo Charlie Whiskey, 55 into Park K1360.
QSL, thank you. I have you 56 in Maryland. Thanks for the contact and have a great evening.
You too. Thanks for the 56 in Maryland.
Whiskey Uniform 8 Echo. Whiskey Uniform number 8 Echo.
Whiskey Uniform 8 Echo 59 into Park K1360. Whiskey Uniform 8 Echo, copy 59 into Park K1360.
Oh, okay, very good. You took the bait on me there. I've got you about 5 by 3 in Northwest Ohio. Thank you for activating. 73s and good night.
73, thanks for the contact in Ohio. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra calling CQ POTA from Park K1360.
CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra calling CQ for Parks on the air. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India.
Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India, got you 59 into Park K1360.
Yeah, QSL, Tom, you're both 5-6 back off your river, Hamilton, Ontario. Just make sure the call sign's right. It's Victor Echo 3, Lima, Bravo, India. QSL?
QSL, I got it correct. Have a great evening. Thanks for the contact. CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey Sierra calling CQ POTA from K1360.
CQ Parks on the air, CQ Parks on the air. This is November 3, Whiskey Sierra.
So I've made 11 contacts. I got my activation
CQ POTA, November 3, Whiskey
using
Sierra.
5 watts. It's not as easy as, I mean, if I was running more power, but I don't like the way my antenna is set up. I was just looking at it, and I really don't like it. It's more of a flat top than it is a sloper. The radio on the little tripod there is pretty nice. Keeps it off the ground. There's the chair. Like I said, that's the Helionox ground chair. It's expensive. It's a little bit heavier than the Helionox Chair 1. But I also like this chair because it's low enough that you can use this inside a tent. Most tents, there's enough headroom for you to sit up. And this just lifts you off the ground just a couple of inches, and you can still sit inside a tent and lean back and be comfortable. If you were stuck in a tent during the rain or operating, I've tried operating in from a tent just sitting without any back support, and my back starts to hurt after a while. And then you lay down, and it's just hard to operate while you're laying down. So here's the antenna. As you can see, it's really drooping going up there, and it's in a big C. I should have pulled this tighter. I should have gone back to a tree further away and pulled it tighter and lowered the feed point down to the ground, but I didn't. But that's it. This jelly roll case fits that 705 perfectly. I have a ton of room left in my pack after having this set up in my pack. I have enough stuff for all my winter gear. I may take my little external battery and the power cord for the 705 just to give me a little bit more power. But I've made a ton of contacts on 5 watts over since I got the radio, especially from home, from my antenna at home. Granted, that antenna is a little bit better, but it still works. So I'm going to get packed up and then switch the batteries in the camera because it's almost dead. And then I'll give you my thoughts as I hike out. As you can see, the sun is getting below the trees, so I'm going to try to get out of here. I like QRP. I just love the idea of using minimal power. And you can't argue that using 5 watts to do an activation isn't kind of cool. Now, you will make so many more contacts using more power if you have a good antenna as well. If you have the same antenna you're using QRP with, you'll make more contacts using that antenna with more power. With QRP, your antenna is super important, and I would have done much better if I would have brought my throw line and shot that antenna almost vertically up into a tree, higher than I can get my pull.
It wasn't a good setup. I was in a rush and I wasn't paying attention to how that was set up, and that probably hurt me a little bit. But I was still able to get an activation and rush out here. And now I'm going to get out of the woods before it gets dark, because it gets darker in the woods long before it gets darker out of the woods. So the list of things that make me like winter more than summer, man, just keeps growing. The heat, the humidity, the bugs, the overgrowth, the poison ivy, Lyme disease. Oh. And we're out to the truck. SAC. I sprayed my pant legs before I left the truck. Plus, these pants are treated with permethrin, but you know, still have to do good tick checks when you get home. I'm just going to the passenger side here. Well, hey, I'm back at the truck. Now I get to go home, get a shower, and enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you enjoyed me finally doing a Parks on the Air activation again and being out hiking. I really do like the 705 just for the features and how nice that radio is to use. It's really nice. I still like my other QRP radios, and I still love operating QRP. 5 watts, I've been making tons of contacts with 5 watts at home. Tonight I made New York, Mississippi, Kentucky, Ontario, Florida. I mean, that's pretty good coverage, but you have to understand those people probably have a good antenna. I probably didn't get the guy who has living in an HOA with a compromised antenna. That probably will never happen. So antennas are everything for QRP power. But I really enjoy QRP power. I don't have to lug a giant battery, don't have to lug a bigger radio. And for what I like to do, hiking, this has been it. Me and my wife have been on a hiking craze, and I'm hoping I can get her to keep up with it in the wintertime, and we can still do a lot of hiking, because that's when I seem to enjoy it. So, this is Tango Oscar Mike 73. Take care.
Tango Oscar Mike